Let's invite our fellows and then we see how we get to start. Let's try to remind our fellows and then we see how we get to start. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hello? Hello? Are we guys on?
Yeah. Yeah, Manja.
All right. I think we may not wait any longer because it's getting late. Let's go through the charts very fast.
Yeah, it's like most of those people are offline because when you send the message, just blue ticked on, they can't read it. It's like they are not reading the message.
All right. I think we shall start. I'm sure my screen is visible.
Yeah, it's Facebook.
Okay. All right. So in case you have a comment, remember the comment goes straight to YouTube. And if you want to chat privately, use the chat section. Okay. The comments are for YouTube, while the chat that is the private chat room. Okay. So be mindful about that. We shall have time for inquiries. All right. Let's try to mute our microphones. Let's try to mute our microphones so that we can have that conducive environment. All right. JFXCG is my name, and I'm a Forex trader based in Uganda. All right, so I want to be brief for today, and we're gonna be doing a weekly market insight, just like we have always done. And in case you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell to get notified in case we drop any relevant information like this one. Comment in case you have any advice or an inquiry, and let's go. So we're gonna be doing this market insight, and we're gonna be looking at the most traded pairs, and these pairs may include gold spot. We could have EURUSD, GBPUSD, and the other pair can be USDJPY, and the other pairs that you might suggest. Okay, so let's get going. I'm gonna start looking at the DXY, and we want to know what the DXY is up to. So with the DXY, I'm gonna start from the 1 hour time frame. That's where we're gonna start this analysis from, and from the first site, USDJPY is on a clear uptrend. Okay, so we don't need to look much into that because it's a clear uptrend. I mean, yeah, it's a clear uptrend, and for that matter, we could continue to see pairs that begin with the dollar. We could see those pairs moving to the upside, and the pairs that end with the dollar could be seen pushing to the downside. So this was a breakout structure, if I might say, and considering everything here, I must say this is inducement. All right, so we are looking at the 1 hour time frame. So if this is inducement, then what does that imply? It implies that we could see price creating for us some short-term bearish momentum, possibly hitting this demand zone and then pushing higher. So the DXY is still strong, and we are looking for buys on these pairs that start with USD. All right, we are going to see what we may call buys. Okay, so that is the perspective as of now. And for the pairs that start with XAUUSD, we could see strong what sales, and that is the way to go for now. That's what we see. All right, I'm gonna cross over to gold. Okay, I'm gonna be crossing over to gold, and okay, let's go straight. Gold. Right. Okay, I'm removing these drawings. Okay, so with gold, this is the pair that I do trade myself. So I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at. Okay, this was a breakout structure down here. We've been in a downtrend on gold. Okay, if you have realized that we've been on massive downtrend. Okay, it looks minor. Okay, but we've been pushing it for a while now. Okay, so looking at gold right now, this was the most recent high, this one, and this is the most recent low here. Okay, given the fact that we have inducement taken over here. Okay, and then this one is the high here on this point, and therefore for that case, looking at the points of interest around this area, we could look at gold pushing all the way to take out this low. Okay, so if we take out that low, then we shall confirm continuous downtrend. But again, if we have price closing above this area, we could consider a change of character above here. But again, we could have a liquidity grab or a sweep and then pushing to the downside. So at the moment, we had 1 point of interest left, and that was here. Okay, that was the only point of interest left, and the rest here has been mitigated. Okay, so at the moment, what we have is liquidity above here. Okay, so someone else could call it SMT, this one. Okay, so looking at this point here, we could see price pushing down after sweeping this liquidity here. So that is the perspective on gold, meaning that at the moment we could be considering short-term buys to target that liquidity. All right, and that is it on gold. Okay, maybe looking at the 15 minutes time frame, that is the time frame we use for intraday. We could see that price broke above this. Okay, so price breaking above that, we see price mitigating this area over here, and obviously we could see buys from this area possibly tomorrow. Okay, with clear confirmations and then targeting above here. All right, otherwise we could see price also taking this low, and that will be a different story. Okay, you should look at price in all perspectives such that you can have that dynamic mindset, right? And I also told you that the best time to trade is during the active session. So that is the perspective on gold, the bigger picture, the 1 hour time frame. We are targeting that level over there. Okay, but again, high chances are that we could see price pushing all above up to this area. But again, this is for the long run, and we may not consider it right away. Okay, for now, we are looking at buys from that area to target this trap here. Okay, otherwise, everything here is liquidity. We don't have any order block or imbalance. Everything has been mitigated, and as of now, we are looking at a bullish gold spot. Okay, so that is it. If you have questions, you can use the previous chat or the comment section. Right, so that was gold spot, and then we're going to be crossing over to another pair, and that pair, I think, let's go to Euro USD. So Euro USD is the most traded pair. If you didn't know, it is the most traded pair, and definitely it is one of the pairs that is highly manipulated, and of course it has the highest liquidity in the market. Okay, so Euro USD is bearish, and that one can't be thought twice. So if I call this one boss, remember break of structure is confirmed when we have inducement taken out and then a candle is closing above or below depending on the situation. Now this is a downtrend, and of course I'm seeing the inducement was taken out above there. So however much price didn't mitigate anything, but again we see a break of structure down here, and everything here will be considered in that regard. And then we have another inducement here taken out. All right, So with that inducement over there, we can now try to look for more structures. All right, so we see price sweeping here at the moment. ICE is the 15 minutes time frame, by the way. Okay, so at the moment this is still a liquidity grab, and if at all we had an active session, we would consider looking for buys here, but right now we can't be trading at the moment. Okay, we can't be trading at the moment. So this is it on EURUSD. Maybe looking at it from the bigger picture, let me check the 1 hour time frame. Let's check the 1 hour time frame to that. Okay, let me first remove these drawings here. We check the 1 hour time frame for the bigger picture. All right. This was the 1 hour already. I didn't realize, but that's it. And I believe there is not much difference comparing with the 15 minutes, but again, when you go to the 15 minutes, you will realize that we already have a breakout structure over here confirmed. If this is confirmed as a breakout structure, definitely we are looking for inducement here. And if we have this inducement, definitely we're gonna be trying to look for a point to sell from, and definitely this one is gonna be the first point of interest. Okay, now being the first point of interest, definitely we're gonna be looking for potential sales here, pushing all the way to the downside. Now it will depend on how the market is gonna be opening tomorrow during the London session. Remember, this is EURUSD. We can trade it in London session and then the New York session. So that was GBPUSD. That was EURUSD. And then we're going to be crossing over to GBPUSD. All right. Do you have any? Okay. Definitely, most people were offline, and I don't see people commenting somewhere here. All right. Maybe we shall have them next time. Okay, crossing over to GBPUSD, I'm gonna be also trying to break it down. So this is gonna be quite similar to EURUSD. So in case you realize we have the same breakdown, don't get confused because they are quite similar, right? Okay. All right. All right. So this is GBPUSD. It is in some kind of I might say a consolidation, sort of. But again, let's look at what it has for us. Okay, let's look at what it has for us. So as we say, right now we are in a downtrend, and looking at 4 hour, we could be having this as a short-term downtrend. Okay, reason being that the general trend is up, and looking at everything here, you will realize that price breaking this, taking out inducement here, and then trying to look for something here such that we can try to push all the way to the upside. So let's look at how it looks like. So if this was boss, looking at 4 hour, then it simply means that we are supposed to have another breakout structure right above here. Okay, otherwise we could see price breaking this one and closing below. So this one will be change of character. This one will be chalk, but here we expect to have boss, just like we have this boss here. So considering everything in that regard, we see liquidity taken here. Remember I told you inducement is liquidity, and then we are mitigating this order block here. I don't know why price is taking so long to react from here, but again we see momentum dying off from this point. Okay, so let's go to the 15 minutes. We see what is happening around this zone. So it's 1 hour time frame. That's where we are moving to. When we go to the 1 hour time frame, you come to realize that price gave us what we call a break of structure right over here. Why? Simply because, let me zoom in such that you can observe this carefully. We are confirming that one as boss. Reason being, we had inducement over here. Okay, if you don't understand inducement, remember it's the structure should be like this. Okay, then what we call inducement is this one. Okay, so the last pullback after a break of structure or a change of character. Right. So from there, you will have to identify that after having this break of structure, definitely we are looking for inducement once again, such that we can consider some more sales. And as of now, looking at everything here, I don't see anything like inducement taken out until we are pushing price this way. And currently, the inducement we have is this one. Okay, so if we have that one as our inducement as of now, what does that imply? It implies that we are looking for sales in case price gives us something to mitigate. Okay, so for instance, we have this extreme unmitigated shadow. Otherwise, we don't have any other what? We don't have any other point of interest. Now, how do we trade in this case? Trading in this case, if you want to trade targeting that unmitigated shadow, in case you can't wait for price to get there, you can be taking counter trades. And now this is what you do. We can sell if price sweeps this inducement, but again, if price closes above this inducement, then definitely we're gonna be looking for inducement or liquidity. Now as price takes out this liquidity, we take a trade targeting that area. Okay, so that's the approach that we're gonna be using in case price plays out this particular way, and that's the idea over here. So we're gonna be looking for a valid order block right around here in case price plays out as we anticipate. So that is what we are looking at on GBPUSD. But again, this is what you need to consider in your mind. We are on the 4-hour point of interest, and therefore we could have high probability potential buys. All right. Otherwise, if price fails to push above this high, if price fails to break above this high, we could see price giving us a change of character on the 4-hour time frame. However, it is still in the pipeline. Okay, we could also have a sweep on the 4-hour time frame, and then that one could also give us a bullish bias on GBPUSD. Otherwise, the same could reflect on EURUSD and DXY as well. Okay, so last week we had the CPI, and we realized CPI was positive, and this one was obvious because NFP was positive. And this is something you should learn. Whenever NFP is positive, then CPI must also be positive. But again, these two news events are manipulated in a way that if NFP moves straight, CPI will be manipulated. In other words, it's going to be a sweep on double sides. And if NFP is manipulated with a sweep on double sides, then the CPI is likely gonna move straight. So that's a hack. That's how these two events are being manipulated. You remember I told you I expect a very huge manipulation on CPI, and it so happened. Okay, if you were in the market, you observed that. So these are the pairs that most people are interested in, especially trading fundamentals, the likes of gold, EURUSD, GBPUSD, and at times USDJPY. And some people like trading US30 and NASDAQ or NAS 100. So apart from USDJPY, you guys, I want you to mention those pairs that you wish we could, the pairs you wish we could also cover. Okay, drop them in the chat section. Okay, the comment section is for YouTube. Okay, in case you want your question to go through YouTube, it's still fine. All right, you can drop it there, and that one for YouTube I will be displaying it over here. Okay, so remember this session is live on YouTube. All right, so drop that question or the pair you wish we could look at. Drop that pair you wish we could go through. Oh, someone has just arrived. Yeah, we have looked at gold, but it's fine if in case you want us to go through it once again, we can do that for you. Okay. Here we mind about moving together. Okay. We mind about holding each other's hand. Okay, someone is talking about US oil. Okay, you guys are trading heavy assets. All right, it's interesting. Someone is requesting for US oil. All right, from USDJPY, wanna be looking at US oil. Let's first look at USDJPY. So USDJPY obviously must be bullish due to the fact that the DXY is bullish. So these pairs are correlating. Okay, and definitely if you can observe properly, you already see what I'm saying. Okay, if this was boss, if that was boss, then obviously we confirm it with inducement right over here. Okay, that is inducement, and then we can also have inducement over here, and then giving us this one as boss. All right, so if that is boss, definitely price is gonna do the following. Okay, so this is the prediction. Price is gonna do the following. Either we could have price creating inducement here and then coming back to take it out and mitigating something, then we're going to see price moving a little more higher. Another option could be, in fact, you need to understand that it's like this. Now you don't need to be buying at the moment, because we don't buy after the impulse, we buy after a pullback. It applies on both sides, buying and selling. You don't need to be buying on the impulse, otherwise price is correcting any time. So always wait for that pullback to your zone. All right, so that is what we are looking at in terms of USDJPY. And maybe this is another idea. Always be dynamic. Be dynamic so that you can simplify your trading psychology. All right, so this is the inducement we have at the moment, and if price takes out that, then we could look at price looking for something here. But again, if we consider the real SMC, this inducement is wrong. Okay, this inducement is wrong. In other words, because we have this huge candlestick here, everything inside it is worthless, meaning that we have liquidity down all the way at the bottom. Okay, we have liquidity lying at the extreme low. So we could see price creating another inducement here, the first idea I gave you. So that is what we could look at, highly probable. Okay, looking at price doing this and then pushing a little bit higher, then we can look to mitigate something. In other words, we could see, since everything in the middle here is worthless, then we could see price just mitigating this candlestick. Okay, so if we get price mitigating that area, then definitely we are going to look for buys. All right, so consider that. Okay, so that is it for USDJPY. Right, we are going to US oil. We are going to US oil. This is the idea on USDJPY, and obviously that's what we are looking for. Now, if price takes out this low, if price takes out this low with a candle closing below, then that one will be a change of character, and then we go bearish on USDJPY. So if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing, share, like, comment in case you need to advise on something or you're inquiring about something. Okay, let's go to US oil. Someone is interested in trading oil. Okay, we're gonna look at oil from the 4-hour time frame just because it's not been familiar to me. So I want us to look at higher time frame so that they can be able to give you some clear insight on this. Okay, so sometimes mpitira yoko nengezako to cross check naye I don't really trade this pair. Okay, so looking at this interval, I see a bearish asset. Okay, so this is US oil. I look at it at this pair as being bearish. It's not a pair, by the way, it's an asset. A pair is a combination of two items. Okay, so when you call it a pair, okay, so at the moment I must say this was boss. Okay, so if this was boss, we need to have inducement behind here, okay, which was available. And once we have that inducement, after the break of structure waneno, we look for inducement once again, and again we continue until we get boss, and once again we are back here looking for inducement. And if this is our inducement, in fact we have this as inducement. Now you ask me, some of you will ask me, why don't we have inducement here? These are the things that I teach. So in case you're interested in learning these things. So these candles were in turn of this one. In other words, we never had any candle taken out. This one, the same story. But above here, we have a valid pullback because the last selling candle is taken out on the upside. So our inducement lies here. All right. And then we go. Okay. So at the moment, we would expect to have had a break of structure around here, but price is still heading to the upside to mitigate something. So initially, we would expect price to mitigate something here. Okay. But price failed, and then we had this extreme here. All right, so in case we wanted to sell, this was the extreme, but again, price went ahead and swept this high. Okay, and this is a signal for sales. Okay, targeting all the way to the downside. Okay, and that's when we look for confirmations to push us all the way to the downside, targeting this external range liquidity. All right, so from that we can head over to the 1 hour time frame to see what is prevailing recently on this same pair, right? So let's switch over to the 1 hour. All right, switching over to the 1 hour time frame. We want to be very, very, very precise and clear about what is happening. So on the 1 hour time frame, I must say we are looking at somehow a bullish move, and we want to see its genesis such that we can establish the relationship of this. Okay, so where is the last breakout structure down here? I must say we had a breakout structure right over here. Okay, given the fact that this was inducement. Okay, so if that was so, this is boss, and definitely everything here is internal structure given the fact that we don't have inducement taken out. Otherwise the inducement was this, and closing above the inducement, what does it imply? Closing above the inducement, definitely we are looking at an order block. Okay, so we could try to sell here, but price violated everything. Okay, now on violation of the order block, you could look at having this liquidity and then trading off this order block. Okay, likewise continuing like that. So here we don't have any other point of interest. Now we kept on pushing to the upside until we broke above this high, right? And that is chalk in case the candle close above. So for that chalk, definitely we are looking for inducement, and then we can continue buying. So looking at everything here, this was liquidity. Okay, now looking at this as an order block, so price mitigated there, and then we saw price pushing higher. So as price pushed higher, we see a boss here. So if that is boss, then obviously we are looking for inducement, or what you can call liquidity, and then we can continue buying of this zone. Definitely the buys weren't possible. Then we had what we call a change of character. Okay, we had a change of character over here. So at first it was a liquidity grab, but again it later confirmed for us a change of character right over here. Okay, so pushing down, we see price giving us inducement level here. Now as price taken out the inducement level, definitely price mitigated something here. Okay, price mitigated something and then pushed down, and that's when we have another boss. So if we have boss, what are we looking for? We are looking for inducement. So this was inducement possibly, and with that inducement, definitely we are looking for sales, but price was very, very aggressive. Okay, so we had what we call a change of character. So from there, definitely we've been in an uptrend from then, and obviously we are looking for inducement such that we can push price a little bit higher, and everything here was like liquidity until we pushed here. Okay, to mitigate that, then we had boss happening over there. So having boss then means we are looking for inducement. Now inducement is here. This was inducement for me. Okay, so if that is inducement, definitely we are looking for boss. Boss, that is break of structure. Definitely if that is break of structure, we are looking for inducement again. So this one works better. So if that is inducement for me, definitely I'm looking for buys from this point. This one being the order block, but price never really gave us that potential. So we had what we call a change of character about here. So a change of character was confirmed when the candle closed below, and obviously that was at this point. Okay, so from there we are looking for inducement, which happened here, and definitely we look for more selling opportunities. Now starting from this order block over here, this one would be the first point we are looking for a trade from, but again price just swept this area. So this was the area that is being swept, and again we are looking for more sales. So we are selling targeting this extreme low, and the downtrend has just kicked in. So that is it on US oil, and then these are sales from there all the way to this area over there. So that's what I see on US oil. All right, that's what I see on US oil at the moment. All right, let me see if we have another. Let me see if we have another pair over here. Okay, someone is asking for USD card. Okay, USD card, we looked at it last time. It was still showing us, it was trying to show us a reversal, but it really never happened. Okay, let me check it. The reversal never happened. We continued to see an uptrend. So price created a chalk on the higher time frame, and then this was 15-minute structure, by the way. If you see break of structure and it does not align with what I've been talking about, just know that I marked it on a different time frame. Okay, so we had those structures like this pushing all the way to the upside, and now we are still pushing higher. So here, this was liquidity grab initially, but then price confirmed an uptrend with more bullish momentum, and again we had this as inducement over here once again, and then we are looking to see price pushing again to the upside, giving us a break of structure. Otherwise we could see price pushing all the way down here to give us what we call a change of character. Okay, so the change of character will be here because that is the recent low, and the recent high is this one because it has taken out the inducement. So that is it on USDJPY, I think. I mean USD card, and we don't need to be wasting more time on that. Okay, it's quite clear. We are still pushing to the upside. Now looking at higher time frames like 4 hour, and let's see where price could be possibly heading to, and that's what most people could be asking themselves. So if we had a change of character here, definitely that shows that USD card has confirmed the bullish momentum. So confirming the bullish momentum, definitely we could expect some reaction around this area here. Why am I choosing this area? Because this area grabbed liquidity. Guys, I told you areas that grab liquidity are very high probability. That point, this one. So if we have liquidity grabbed over there, this point, definitely this candle here becomes a high probability order block. And remember, it also has the imbalance and it is unmitigated. So it is a very nice sign that we could have reactions over here. In other words, if you're buying, buy targeting that area. Okay, so if you target that area, possibly you'll be having high probability buy setups on this pair. Now looking at 1 hour, definitely it is still printing the same ideas. Okay, so we are still going by that. Okay, so for that matter, we are still pushing higher and we see price pushing all the way to this zone. Okay, so it's very important you consider that one. Okay, so that was USD card. I'm looking at USDJPY once again. Someone requested for that, but we had covered it already. We had covered that one already. All right. Okay, we are looking at USDJPY. Okay, so USDJPY, we had looked at it. We are still on an uptrend, given the fact that we have had price breaking structure continuously. Okay, price has been giving us continuous break of structure, so it's very important that we still consider bullish momentum. Okay, still consider bullish trades. Okay, so for now, the moment we are looking at this, we had a break of structure around here, and then we had another break of structure around here, and at the moment, this is the idea we are looking at. Now, where are we looking to buy from? We are looking to buy from this candle here. Okay, we are looking to buy from this candle. Why am I marking out that candle? It is the only candle that grabbed the liquidity of all the way from this side, and then everything inside it is worthless. Okay, we can't be concentrating on those. So that's why we expect this pair to be creating for us another inducement, and then any mitigation on that area, we are starting to look for confirmations. Okay, and remember to look for these confirmations during the active session. Otherwise, you could catch low probability trades. Okay, look at the calendars. Sometimes we even have holidays. Now, like today, we had a holiday for USDJPY. We had a holiday for USD card. I mean, like we had a holiday for the Japanese yen, the Canadian dollar, and the US dollar all at the same time. So it's very important. Now, today, there was a lot of low probability trades. Okay. And if you've been in the market, possibly you have seen the stop losses. All right. That was a better way, but this is the perspective on USDJPY. Otherwise, we are looking for price giving us another inducement, and then we can look at mitigating this area, and then we can look for more buys. Okay, maybe if we want us to check for the higher time frame, like 4 hour, to see why is price still pushing higher. Okay, so possibly the only area I see price could reverse from possibly is this point here. This is the only point I see price could reverse from, this one. Why? Because we possibly had the last break of structure here on the 4 hour time frame, because there is inducement here. There's inducement here. So that one could be the extreme order block in case you're considering for a reversal. That is the 4 hour perspective. Okay. That is it. That is it. So USDJPY, we could look for more buys targeting where? This area here. Okay, so that is it. That is it on USDJPY. And someone also asked for gold. I'm gonna repeat gold. Okay, gold, we had also covered it, and we expect it to push higher. Okay, let me get to the 1 hour time frame. Then we highlight more on gold. So gold has been on a downtrend recently. However, it looks like um, it looks like a pullback where we could push price all the way back to this point. Okay, so that one is very important to note. Okay, so looking at this, where could price have reacted from? So gold was expected to react from this candlestick here, this one, but it never really touched this area. Okay, but again, it's pushing higher. Now, if at all we break above this high, this is the most recent high, this one. If price breaks above this high, then we are confirming the change of character and then pushing all the way higher to break the 4 hour time frame high. Okay, in other words, we could see price creating a new time high on gold. But again, as intraday traders, we have to dissect this market to see how we can catch daily trades. So looking at this, we currently don't have any point of interest here because this one was violated, and once it gets violated, definitely we are looking for buys to target another point of interest. Now there is no point of interest above here. Otherwise, we have liquidity lying here, and this is what people call SMT, the smart money trap. You will get attracted to sell from there, yet price is trying to collect liquidity above the high. So where are the possibilities for selling? The possibilities for selling will be if we sweep that high. I mean this high. That's when we are going to be having those sales. All right, but otherwise we could kick in with a bullish gold spot. And looking at the 15 minutes time from the for the intraday trades, today we projected this trade, but it's happening at night. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. But again, the opportunities will keep on reflecting for us. Okay, so definitely here this was a breakout structure, which was however confirmed from this point here. Now we are looking at the internal structure now. So this was the POI, and if that was the POI, then it simply means we had liquidity inside here. So this was a buy that happened during the night, okay, at the market open. It happened at the market open today. Okay, so that was it. And for now, we expect this thing to be pushing a little bit higher, okay, to target the SMT we had on this side, okay, this one. So that is it. Remember, the trick I gave you is that understand where the market is heading to and then improvise the mechanisms to go along with price, okay. And the mechanism we use majorly, especially for ICT traders and SMC traders, is liquidity. We have to look for liquidity, and after taking out the liquidity, definitely we can join the big boys to push price to the preferred direction. All right, so that is the direction on gold as we speak, because our POI for the sales was violated, and therefore for now we are looking for bullish momentum. All right, this was a trade that happened on Friday here. It happened on Friday, if you noticed, and this was the liquidity we considered down here, and then there was some beautiful buys right over here. Okay, definitely targeting that point of interest, and then we were good to go. Right. So from there, definitely this is the first trade. This was the first trade of the week. This one, and then this is the second trade. So price faked a lot today because we had a bank holiday, but the week has just started. We could have more beautiful trades. So never panic. All you need in a week possibly is just like 2 trades and you're good to go. Don't be looking for trades every time. Look for high probability setups and you will be good to go. All right. So now those are the pairs that you guys requested for. And I think I can be ending here. I will be ending here and then we meet some other time. All right. A good evening.